Morning, Dowse.
Morning, Nico.
Well, we'll start with big news. I think our last one 2 weeks ago was a bit of a record breaker, wasn't it?
That's what Gava, which I'm pleased about because it just proves how bad Holmes is at his job. To be honest, and he's back next week. Well, he's back today, but he couldn't be able to get out of bed and do this morning. That's why you're here doing it again. So I was pleased. I think it was the fourth in record, the highest viewers last week. And I honestly believe it's because Holmes is not about. So Holmes, you can stay away as long as you can. I'll pay for you to go on another holiday, and then we'll see you next week, son.
Well, that's a good start. Positive start. We'll come on to football and everything in a bit, but we've got a special guest back in the lounge this Saturday, isn't there?
Ian Selly. Yeah. Well, you can imagine what Ian's done in the game. I signed him. I'll say it's the worst signing I've ever made. He'll say because I played him out of position, but a great lad, great kid. All's gone very well for him. Obviously, his sister plays for our ladies team as well. So it's very much an in-house working thing. He's back in the UK, which is great. I think he's looking for jobs as well, which he will get. Being him, I think he's a smashing lad. I think he's going to go in the lounge tomorrow to do a talk and things like that. He's bringing his family along as well, and it'll be very interesting. I've asked him to see if he can bring his medals and all that, and stuff. And he said he doesn't know if he's got a bus big enough to put them in, so I can carry mine in my pocket, can't I? And he isn't a big fan, So. It'd be great for people to, if anybody wants to go in the lounge, please do so, because I imagine we'll ask him some good questions and all that, get some good answers. So I'm delighted he's going to come watch we play.
I think we've got a few. I know Kevin Brown and his family are coming for the Eastleigh game, the end of October.
Yeah.
And I know with Steve, the new commercial guy, we're trying to get quite a few ex-players back. And the lounge is a good experience, isn't it?
Fantastic. You've done it. The lounge is fantastic, but you want them players coming, you want the history of the club. I'm well aware when I got the job that we're going to get the kids through. We want to get, the sponsors through, and we're doing something this afternoon. We are where Buzz, the lad who supplies with fruit, we're going up there to see him and all that, because the history's massive. Let's not forget the history of the club. Let's not forget where we are. And I was lucky enough to get this job, and think it's one of the biggest jobs going because of the history of the club. So we can't forget the history and where it's come from. And I think a lot of managers, a lot of people come and they get jealous of that and take pictures off the wall and stuff like that. I'm opposite of that. I think you invite them all in. All the history, all the people are welcome in my office. All the people who have done great things for this club. Sally being one of them. So, Brown, like you mentioned, is the local lads for me. Lloydie and Steely and Blackie, they're mates anyway. To be honest, so I see them all the time. Loving's back to the world and stuff like that. But you want them people around the club. You want the good people around the club who care about it and know how work. Because we might learn something. There's got to be a reason. Money could be one of the things. Obviously, there's got to be a reason why the clubs went there, wanting challenge for promotion every year and winning trophies to go in there. There's got to be a reason for the downfall. If it's a money coming out or players. But I want to pick their brains and see how he got there and how we've done it and how did we do it against the odds. When Jeff Chappell first took this job, Jeff, I think it was 62 people here. So somewhere, football's changed now, but somewhere you had that with players. So I'm always thinking 24/7 how we can change it and we can go against the odds, and that's why I like having the ex-players around.
I think I've met at least 500 people who were among that 62 people who were here on Jeff.
Is that me?
We were there. But no, it was. I remember coming to games around that time, and it was like a Surrey senior. There were 100 people in the ground. So it was a real.
It just proves what success can bring. That's why I keep on saying I'm really good being here. If we don't win football matches, because it bring it in the FA Cup, what it brought last year, and the playoff games here, and I hope the fans are going to back work tomorrow, and and live the dream. To be honest, that's what we're here for. Once we stop winning matches, and it's pointless for me, it's pointless for them. You move on. Then, to be honest, you've got to win football games. But somewhere along the line, we've got to all live the same dream that we can't achieve what we want to achieve. We can't get the club to a place it's never been before. It might take a little while, I'm being honest, it might take a while, it might not, but we've got to have an ambition to do that. If not, it's no good me being here in 4 years' time saying, I've been a loyal servant, I've raised 500 grand for the club, I've cushioned every school in the area, I've been to every pub in the area, it's pointless if I haven't progressed the club. Every year you've got to progress the club, and I'm not daft. Every club I've been to, I've progressed every single year, and when I feel so I couldn't progress anymore, I've walked, and that'll be the same here. So I'm delighted to be in this job, and I love it. But the bottom line is, we've got to progress it on and off the pitch. I hope everybody agrees.
I'm sure they do. So, how was training last night?
Brilliant. The lads are brilliant, man. The lads are brilliant. The lads, best bunch of players I've ever worked with, ever. The lads are different class. What we had done on Tuesday night was incredible, and we deserve a lot of credit for that. We go into this game. Because we beat, I go out a good look, and I laugh when managers look and all that, But blinking heck, what we've had in the last couple of weeks has been scandalous, starting from a Hartlepool game to actually the free kick what cost were against Epsfleet and all that, and stuff like that. And I look at it and I thought, okay, we'll have a crack at Bromley, obviously the high budget wise, but got a good manager there who knows what he's doing with the money, because some people get money and don't know what to do with it. He does. And he's recruited very, very well. A couple of players we went in for, but there you go. And I knew that the teams were being playing, but the lads have got this unique and unbelievable what they're doing at the minute, but they've got to keep on doing it. Where we go, and the plan was, okay, we've got Bromley, we know that Heidi's going to struggle this time now, not all the time on Ashford too, we know Tops can't play on it, we know Ben Gavin's out, and I thought going into the game, well, at least we've got Ibbs, and at least we've got Johnson to be the front two, or front one and one down the side, so nothing changes. But all of a sudden, Ibbs failed his fitness test the day before, Johnson's done his shoulder. I can't just sign a player from in the park to play for one game, so I had to try different ways of doing it. The batting qualities shone out, and I thought first half we were outstanding. Second half, I thought, plus on top of that, Max Krasmas had one game, and it's one game, and hasn't done any fitness stuff really. You got Sean who hasn't had any games and hasn't done fitness stuff, and that's when the part time comes into it. So that's why we're arranging friendlies at Westfield on Tuesday to give these lads games. Now to go there with that, yes, we're going to get stronger because of full time and the plastic pitch, and I'm not knocking that. That's their doing, not a problem at all. Well done, Smudger. But to come like that and give it a go, you got to give credit to the lads. And I'm the worst loser ever. I didn't tell the lads that, but I had to say, oh, what a great effort. When you lose games, some comments come on. I think they've been brilliant. I think they know where they are. I think everybody in the outside world doesn't give them any credit. I think everybody thinks the bubble's going to burst because it's crisis talks now, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll keep on going, and I've got every faith in them to keep on going. Whatever happens, we'll have a go tomorrow. I always wanted to start the season to be competitive in every single game and give work and back the fans again, because I know what our fans are like here. If they say effort and they say commitment, we'll back them. And I've told them that. You don't have to score loads of goals, you don't have to blink and make a mistake. Give effort, commitment, tackles, blink and desire, and he'll back work. And that's the sort of qualities I think they're showing all season. I really do.
I think you're right on that. I mean, years ago, Glenn's son Liam played for us, and he didn't have the best of times, but he did one cracking tackle in front of the KRE, and the KRE, that was it.
Aye.
Liam's going to get you for the, regardless of anything else. So it is about effort. Now you slipped something in there. Westfield, is that at Westfield? Or
Westfield, I choose it because again, I think for the first time this season, I think we got found out a little bit Tuesday, and maybe Saturday and all, because Charlie obviously trained 3 mornings a week, I think, on the Thursday night as well. And I'm not complaining about this because I know the rules. We're looked after here. The board of directors look after us very well. We do all of them, and very supportive and everything we do. Even yesterday, Jeff Taylor, Linda Taylor's come run our car park. Oh, was it good last week? And everybody supports you. So that's how the chairman's been on, and she's abroad at the minute, but she's been ringing. So I've got any complaints there. But I thought it's the first time little match thing where we could maybe run Max Crossman on the ground on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday and get him fitness quick, because we haven't got that. I find it really hard. So what we got to try to do is make a little mini league on a Tuesday where we get these lads games, not all the time. So the lads who are playing train, the lads who aren't, it's not a punishment, it's to get them in there, because we can't go part time in a full time league with lads not getting mass practice. So I'm here in head. I thought I'll arrange a game against Millwall. We've got Westfield, that's at Steve Perkins there ringing us now, just a rubber stamp it. We'll play there on Tuesday to give lads match practice, because they need that, they need it. And like I say, it's no punishment playing with trialists or under 23s. It'll be good for the under 23s to come up against opposition, but I'm not daft. We need to get some, because Martin Taylor could run lads 100 yards and 200 yards and all that. It ain't going to mean nothing if you haven't got match practice. It tops it up, that's what it is. You need your max games, and everybody knows that.
Yeah, and in this league you have to have strength in depth, don't you?
Of course, full aim. That's why I just thought I caught up on a Tuesday with full aim stuff. We're putting 2 lads in who haven't played or trained for a long time, by 5 people being out, with Ben Gavin as well. And I thought it's just, you laugh at yourself sometimes when these managers talk about look you do, because little old work in here who people are writing off all the time, and all of us we have battled over the last couple of months. Like, it's been second on the players and in training. The standards were excellent last night in training, and we had a chat as a group, and we said about the fears, and we said about what to think, and because we can talk too much at times, managers and coaches, but we said what we thought as well. It was very sensible, so we agreed with everything. We left the room all agreeing what we've got to do from now on. Main thing, winning football matches again. But to go there with your 2 main strikers, if you want to call them there, and to go there without Johnston and without Ibbs, and all of a sudden, obviously I got to mention Loza and all, who started off great, but because he's lack of match practice, So it's just things you get caught out a little bit. So, but against a very good side, with a very good manager who was a very good player for Woking Football Club. He didn't milk it at the end. He credited us for what we've done so far, not just this season, but last season as well. Very complimentary. I think it's a very good club, and I wish him all the best. Sometimes you leave a ground, but in a later day, if you get beaten by somebody, sometimes you think, well, at least it's him. I think he's a decent player.
Yeah, and I know he has a soft spot for Woking because he enjoyed his time.
And I thought, he clapped their fans, but he clapped ours as well. I thought it was a nice thing to do. He didn't give it to big enough fans at all, which some of these Cracker Jacks do, Aldershot for example. When the people 1-0 here and they want to go round and all that, And I've never liked that, to be honest. And Smudge got a bit more class than that, proper class. He's done it, he's clapped their fans first, right? He's clapped our fans as well. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. So you mentioned that, but Jamar's, I think since our last interview, Jamar's come back.
Yeah.
And so any news on new players, but also injuries? You mentioned Ibs is injured, and I also read in the paper yesterday that Ben Gering's, he's talking about having a pretty bad back injury for a few weeks.
He's 50-50 against Chorley. Got through it. We got through 80 minutes anyway, didn't he? And so the suspension, if you like, is crap. For what he'd done and whatever. Was it a red? I don't think it was at all, but I better keep my mouth shut because I'm getting in trouble with referees. I think some of the decisions against were being scandalous, but I didn't think it was a red. To be honest, I thought the blokes ran out his dugout, 10 yards out his dugout, through a ball beds, trying to stop him. The lads went. That's what I honestly saw for myself on the camera. But it hasn't done any harm because he's been struggling with his back lately. So they keep travelling back and forwards here. Now he's getting treatment at Exeter at the minute on his back. So I sat him down there last night again. He's getting treatment down there. Chris played the other night, the French boy we got. Did he come on? Done all right?
Yeah.
Done all right. Who impressed against Millwall? We did. Jack Skinner was on the bench, which is good for the academy and things like that. But we've got Torpier back, who's been excellent for us, brilliant for us. We've got Heidi back, who's been brilliant for us, and all that. Tomorrow that'll be strength. Max trained unbelievable last night, to be honest, proving the point he wants to be in the first team. He really did. I don't miss many things when I see, because some people think they can kid you in training. I never miss nothing because I was the hardest trainer ever. So I want people to train hard. So when I find out people aren't putting it in, I clock it straight away. So he's putting a point because he wants to play. Hodgie doesn't want to be a 60-minute, come on sub. He wants to start matches. I've got all the things which Sam Howes is the same. He's obviously had a very good game the other night. So I'm not daft all the problems managers bring. The only thing what's better this week is we've got two centre forwards back. Loza is getting fit all the time. Looked strong in training last night. We want to go and attack teams. That's why we like Pearce in the team. That's why it was all geared up for the it was all geared up for the AstroTurf with thinking, we could have had like Johnson one side, Ibs through the middle, had Loza the other side. Let's go and get at them and Pearce. When it's taken away from you on a Saturday, you couldn't really do much about it, except for trying to go a different way. That's what, in the first half it worked. The second half I thought the tiredness and the full timeness and all that come into it. But Loza's very happy here. Toby had a breather on your idea, so he'll be back to normal tomorrow and all that. Sean got through the game. I thought he was limping about a bit in the second half. He didn't. He thought he just was a little dead leg, but that's fine. But he's that would have done me a world of good. So we're looking forward to tomorrow's game against another side who probably think they're underachieving a bit, I imagine. Got a good manager down there, Gareth, and Lukey's a good lad. And I watched them in the playoff final a couple of years ago, so we look forward to having them here. I just need the crowd on our side.
I mean, two old Woking legends, if you like, particularly Mark Ricketts, who was here for donkey's years as captain, and Kieran Murtagh coming back.
We were last season before last. We were trying to find ways about getting Ricketts. We were, it started last season. I watched him in the playoff final. Still had a bit about him. He still does great. And two lads who've done very well for Woking. Hope to get a good reception. I just hope we don't get a very good result. But listen, that's what it is, and it's great. We're there to be shot at because the start we made and the part times and stuff like that. But we've got an ambition as well, we're not there by fluke, not for nearly a third this season, we're there because we deserve to be there. And if we have the same third this time round, which is no reason why. One thing what come out of the meeting, not one person thought it was a fluke. We've been beaten twice in a local derby, 1-0, should have won the first half. We've been beaten by the top of the table, 1-0. We've got the best defensive record in the whole league, whatever side we put out, the second top scorers in the whole league. We ain't doing bad. So if we take a little foot back, and I'm the worst loser ever, and you demand winning games, and all the rest of it, we ain't doing too bad. Yes, after 20 minutes on Saturday is not very good. People turn and shout and all that. Ignore that and get cracking, so we'll be okay.
Brilliant. And it's a way away yet, but we were just talking about the FA Cup.
Brilliant, course. No.
Any chance of taking the FA Cup easy this year?
Not at all. I want Sunderland, the biggest draw in the hat. I keep saying it, don't I? The biggest draw in the hat. I want Sunderland. I can't wait for the FA Cup. How exciting was that last year? Put the club on the map again, didn't it? The television things. Like with me, I didn't. Yeah, some things I ask. Like for example, do I want to do this thing with Gaffer, or do I want to put in the change room and listen to what I say? I wouldn't do that. I would never let them do that in our change room, because what if I'm having to go and swearing at a player? Their family's got to watch that. What stays in the change room, stay in the change room. I'm not one to let a camera follow us about. But the FA Cup was good because everybody got the publicity, and it was a club thing. And I remember queues coming out and going all the way around there. One of the best football experiences I've had in my life. And I loved it because one, it was with working, brilliant. Two, it got a club back on the map again, which we wanted to do. It set it up. The lads bounced back from all the hype to get promoted again, you know, in the ways they got promoted. So I think they've done a lot for the club boys, you know, and stuff like that. So it's you got to back them in the time. You see, with all the disappointment these lads are had, and you know, people making them off and people getting released. I think we've got 7 players out there, 8 altogether, who got released by clubs, or clubs don't want them. It's a great point of proof. Great point of proof. Can I manage that at this level? At a minute, I can. Can I keep managing? We'll wait and see.
Brilliant. Well, well done on a great run so far this season, and a new unbeaten run to start on Saturday.
No, we've got to go again, and you know, let the crowd get with you can. Please back with, you know, coming numbers again. Some 2 great home games coming up. I want to try to get points. No pressure on the players because you know, we need everybody's help. But let's crack it. Great that Holmesy's still not about, but unfortunately next week I think Holmesy's back, so that's a very disappointment all around. And you know, but let's try to get through it. So for support us and dig in for Holmesy as well, I appreciate your help. Cheers.
Brilliant. Thanks, Dowse. Thank you for your time.
No problem.